Alright, welcome back, part 2. I think I said it before. I'm not going to comment a whole heck of a lot on this, but anyway, I think I said this before. On these jobs like this here, if it looks like it's in the way, it's coming out of here. I don't care if it has to or not. I really don't care about that. The time it takes me to stand in front of the vehicle and decipher what has to come off and what can stay, by the time I do it, I done have everything taken apart. So it's really not that big of a deal. It isn't to me anyway. Reason I'm taking the battery out is to give myself a little bit of room to lay some of the stuff down. Get some of these plugs out of the way. Get that snorkel out of there. Couple of minutes spent taking some stuff off, and voila, all kinds of room. You know, we can strain and try to beside it, or we can just do this, get the job done quicker. Okay, this gets the wires freed up pretty good. Of course, we need to unplug our solenoids. Okay, power steering bracket's got to come off of there. One down, bolt down here. I don't know who done that job the last time, but there's only one bolt down here, one up here in the front. Myself some room. the air off right there. Okay. I was going to take the shroud off, but I don't think I will. Right, at least not right now. Yep, I'm going to keep it on there. Okay. Move this out of here. I think that was. Okay, that was 18. Alright, remember if I can get that ratchet on there, if I'm able to get the ratchet or not, don't remember. It's been a while. Give it a good cussing maybe. I don't know. Yeah, guys, that's real world experience right here. Had to move the camera a while ago to get underneath to pick my extension back up. It dropped on me. But other than that, I won't leave the camera rolling. It's just what it is. Should be getting close now. Power tool is out. You could, maybe you can get it, maybe you cannot. Don't know. I think power tool is out here because of the angle that it's in. A flex would get it, but to be able to set it up there and get it ready, that's where the problem would come in. Oh man. Oh, I just dropped it again. Wow. But that's okay. Surely. There we go. Get the old magnet over here. Earn its keep. I'm gonna try not to make this super sensational mess here. Lean that power steering reservoir back off to the side. Take the bracket, maybe throw it in the scrap pile. Just kidding. So this brings us on top. Ooh. Get this here VVT solenoid unplugged. Cam sensor next. Unplug it. Get this electrical connection undone. Get the coil and the injectors. These should normally not be that bad. I blowed it off a little bit earlier, hoping it'll come apart a little bit easier for us. So okay, electrical connection here. Oh yeah. Keep it going like this and it'll be a home run. Oh yeah. All right then. I'm liking it already. Get this here tube out of the way. Oh yeah. I was probably in the way for most of that, but anyway, what I did is unplug the coils, unplug injectors right there in the front. The rear one we don't have to unplug. Get the wire off that electronic throttle, and that'll put this, all this here, right into clear. That's ready for the coils to be taken out. Although really we don't have to take them. No, I'm not going to take them out. I'm probably going to leave them in there. They're not really in the way. All we need to do is get down into the valve cover, or get the valve cover off I should say, and so we can get to the cam phaser itself. What I do with them. I hope these are the right kind. These are the blocks that go in them. To the best of my recollection, these are a standard cam phaser type. They're not the Dorman modified stuff. I don't know if you guys caught that in my other videos, but if you got the Dorman kind, these type of blocks here will not work. They will require different type of blocks, so keep that in mind when you do it. Back to this plug over here. I cannot feel a tab on it, is the problem. I really cannot feel a tab. Now what? Okay, right there. course we have to move the push lock, and I just reached in there with a pick and just pushed on that, and voila. Unplug one more coil in the back. I'm sorry guys, I'm a little bit in the way there, but nothing I can do about that. Okay, I think I'm ready to loosen up some of these bolts. Put the buggy before the horse a little bit. I tell you, these gaskets, when you're doing the valve covers, you want to do them, get them really clean, and make sure that there's no way for that gasket to fall out, because this is tight getting it in here, and every time you bump them, these gaskets tend to fall out. So I'll keep that in mind. Okay, that's the end of that one. And a little bit of extension. Right, my body running away again. Sorry guys, nothing I can do about it. Oh, come on. Come on, get this thing. Yeah, come on. Get off of there. Let go, let go. And there is one of them evil things in the middle and the back, I think. Remember that correctly? Yep, remembered it correctly. That last one lives in the very back. Kind of a little bit of a job to get. Short fellow like myself got a hard time reaching in here. using the motorcycle lift as a platform here to stand on. In case anybody's wondering about that. Whew. Them things are pretty tight in there. Now, come on, there we go. Yeah, back bolt's still not out. Yeah. Thought I had that there, but I guess not. Alright. So you get a power tool on it. See if we can get a power tool on it. I don't think this is going to work. No, power tool is not going to work. I did not think so. Might get it back there, but mess around with that old backbone. So these, I thought I remembered that, and I was correct. These coils just pull up on, they pull on out of there with the valve cover. We're going to undo them here when we get the valve cover off. Not a big deal. The coil is not my problem. My problem is the back bolt. They cram the engine so far back on the firewall that there's sometimes a little bit of a booger to get to. Plugs on this one here. These are also the plugs that people hate because they break. But anyway, the plugs on this thing has been done. Not going to worry about that. Or else, if they wouldn't have been done, I would have said this is the time to do it. There that rascal is. Okay. Wow. Turn that dipstick out of there. Get the dipstick out of the way. There we have the valve cover. There we have #1 chem phaser. We're gonna make sure we don't get a bunch of crud in there. I did blow the engine off a little bit earlier, so we don't get a lot of crud in the engine. I don't want that. Visual inspection, make sure the cam's good. Odds are there's no need in pulling caps, anything like that. The oil in this thing was not regularly changed, or well, probably shouldn't say that. It was in there maybe a little bit long at times, and that's why we're pretty brown in here, or almost to the point where it's black. We've switched the truck over, give it a little bit of a better oil, get a I'm gonna get the marks up there, get it straight up, get that marked with paint stick, make sure that that don't get away from us. Other than that, I'm gonna try to just yank that off of there, get my little wedge tool, lock that chain in there so the chain don't drop out on us, and go on with business. I'm gonna get the tools together. I'm not gonna film all that, so take a short break and get the tools, get all that ready, and be back. Okay, let's see. Okay, changed my mind. Not going to even do that. I almost forgot to turn the camera back on too. But anyway, torque to yield bolt, yank it out of there. Give it a quick yank, it'll come off. We're going to try to do this. I crammed the rag down there. We'll give it just a little bit so we can mark it with paint without it smudging off of there. Not going to worry about timing. Not going to worry about any of that. We're going to stick, I guess I always call them a cheese wedge down there, and make sure that chain don't go bye-bye on us. Mark that thing up, and we want to pull it off. See what happens. Let's mark across. Mark that as good as we can. Remember, we're not worried about timing. We're going to go right back to the same spot. It should be fine. If not, I'm in a world of trouble. Alright. Wedge tool. Forget which way I did that last time. Ooh, come on, anyway, go in there. Ah, go in there. Don't rush it. Don't smudge the paint off of there. Pay attention to what you're doing. Got one shot at this. We only have one shot at this. Chain is holding in place. Inspect this little, I'm gonna call it a keyway, where there is a pin on the inside. Inspect it. Make sure that your camshaft at that point right there is not worn out. Make sure that the phaser itself looks somewhat okay. And like I said, just remember, mark that, excuse me, mark that tooth back if you start to fade the paint off of there. The truck was running smooth, other than the part when the cam phaser messed up, so we don't have to worry about the tensioners or the guides. I'm sure that part is fine. We're not going to mess with that. We're going to go to the workbench and put the block in. Okay, paint done washed off of it, but what I did is I used one of these pre-punches here. I don't know if the camera is going to actually see this, but I got me some dots up here. You know, I just held it right there where I marked it and clicked it. That puts tiny little dimples in it. So I don't really need the paint right there. I will put the paint back just for simplicity later on. But I knew that by cleaning it, I'm going to wipe the paint off. So go ahead and mark it like that. That way you're not losing the spot. Here, oh, on the other side, note there is one locks the spring in, and it goes over the top on the other one. And you have to make sure that this goes back the same way. You don't want nothing rattling in there. I mean, that part of it is essentially useless, but after the lockout, but we don't want it rattling. So kind of put all that back in the same place.